Hello, loyal subjects. Welcome to our first video. We are the Knights of the Round Keyboard, and we're here just to introduce ourselves, tell you a little bit about us, and our future plans for the channel. We're going to start over here.
I'm Mortal the Crusader.
I am Typhus, the Seven Winds.
I am Gondor Kunye.
I am the Knight Kalsaroth.
And we are the Knights of the Round Keyboard. So, we're just going to get right into it. We're going to do a little bit of background on us first, and, you know, our taste in games and all that kind of stuff. So,
And what we're doing for the channel.
of course.
Exactly.
So, we're going to start with our first question. What's the first video game you ever played?
Mine would have to be Super Metroid. I was at like my grandparents' basement up north, and I think my brother got it from somewhere. I don't remember exactly where they got it, but all I know is I just remember playing it and being really totally scared out by that one dude that floats around with like that giant eye,
Oh, yeah.
and the ending boss, Mother Brain.
Oh, Mother Brain.
That was pretty terrifying.
Yeah, it was pretty sick, though.
Well, if you're like 8 years old, you're kind of terrified by this giant thing shooting lasers at you that looks like a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna move on to me. The first video game I ever played was actually Pokemon Red for the Game Boy.
No,
the Game Boy Color.
That brick?
The brick.
The brick.
You know what I'm talking about. This giant gray brick.
Was it red?
Yes, it was Pokemon Red. And basically what happened was I ended up going to the store to buy it, but we didn't have a Game Boy. So I went over to my friend's house and got his beat-up piece of crap old brick and managed to play it for a good 15 minutes. But we'll move on to you.
And what's yours?
Mine was, I wish I could say StarCraft. It was technically the second. The first was Echo the Dolphin for the Sega Genesis. It's an older game. It's pretty much about a dolphin trying to get back to its pod after a giant storm. And kind of a scary concept for a 5-year-old, but I mean, it was kind of dynamic for what it was. You talk to other sea creatures, find other dolphins. That's the extent of it. Anyway, what about you?
My first game was Sonic the Hedgehog for the Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little blue speed demons. Enough said.
But yeah.
Hey,
We'll get on to the next question. What's your
Mother
most anticipated game?
I think it's not really a new game. It's the rebirth of Warcraft. I kind of want to see it come back. Like, I really would love to see Warcraft come back and they fix some of the problems that they had. Or make the combat more entertaining instead of press 1, 2, 3,
I mean, World of
1.
Warcraft.
Yeah, World of Warcraft.
Okay.
I just call it Warcraft. But
Alright.
no, I just kind of like to see it come back and make a nice little comeback again.
Yeah, I
Instead
can't
of just
blame
being beaten down into the dirt.
Yeah.
So what's yours?
Well, my most anticipated game is another Blizzard product, Diablo 3. I actually didn't get into Diablo 2 until recently, but I mean, I loved it. It was actually a really fun game. I had a great time with it. But I mean, it's just I saw a gameplay trailer for Diablo 3 in 2008. I'm just like, what is this?
What is this nonsense?
It's magic. But I mean, it looked amazing, and I can't wait. But Blizzard, if you're listening, stop pushing it back. I just got the news today that it's been pushed back to 2012. But yeah, that's just me. What about you?
I could have to say Borderlands 2. I love the original. I mean, the original just had so many new things. Their whole newfangled 2 million, 3 million guns, whatever it was, their variation. On top of the character classes, my favorite being Brick.
Mine too.
He got very annoying when he yelled over and over and over and over and over.
The explosive artifacts.
Oh god.
Shock is fun. But anyway, just the title gun Zerker for the one person they've already released, that's got me hooked. I mean, if you can get angry with your fists, that's fun. You get angry with guns.
We'll see.
And you?
For me, definitely Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
I'm with you there.
Got started out Morrowind, moved on to Oblivion. I gotta say, from then on, it was just match made in heaven. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't think
Love
I've
at
ever
first
poured
sight.
more hours into a game than I have into Oblivion. Easily over 500. And yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got on it first, but man,
Okay.
I love that game so much.
Yeah.
You're just so happy when you saw that trailer.
See, I
So
started
these guys for 2 years it was coming out.
No one would believe you.
I'm the crazy one.
Yeah.
You are. So what's our next question?
Our next question is, what game would you like to see a sequel to?
Ooh, good question.
I myself, I would like to see, even though the original company of Fallout died, it was Instaplay. I would like to see like Instaplay make a proper sequel to, not as proper, a proper third game to Fallout instead of Fallout 3. Even though Fallout 3 was badass, I would like to see how Instaplay would have made it
Yeah.
instead of Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, of how they made them. I wanted to see how they would make it nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
How would Fallout look in their eyes nowadays?
Yeah.
Probably be way different.
A game I would definitely like to see a sequel to is it's an underrated game. It's a Scott Pilgrim versus the World for the Xbox Live Arcade. That was a hilariously fun side scroller.
It was a side scroller.
And even though it was really difficult, I did love it, and I would very much like to see a sequel to that and the movie. The movie was also excellent.
The movie was.
It was. I feel it had a great vibe. But yeah, I'd definitely like to see that.
I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, honestly. Don't get me wrong, it's great, but Michael Cera.
Lord. Anyway.
Sequel to a game. They're out of business, but honestly, I would love to see what they could have done with with the series to Halo Wars.
Oh yeah. Ensemble rip.
Oh, poor Ensemble.
May you rest in peace.
Age of War. Yes, great game series. I loved Ensemble, but now they're gone, sadly. Halo Wars, though, they did a great job, especially for the Xbox. The joystick controls, the rotational wheel, everything. I just love that game.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game. Alright, so
For me, I'm a big Lovecraft fanatic, and when I heard that one of the most interesting games that I'd ever played, Dark Corners of the Earth, for my PC pretty recently, the company went bankrupt, Headfirst Productions. It depressed me so, because they had about 3 sequels in production at the same time.
Oh, that sucks.
That does
well, then maybe they overextended their resources.
They did. They most definitely did, but what they were going to do is they took the first book, probably my favorite out of the Call of Cthulhu mythos, if you want to call it that, was Shadow over Innsmouth. Made it into a great game, solid story. They mixed it a little bit with the Shadow Out of Time, and then they were going to move on to At the Mountains of Madness, which was probably the greatest book that Lovecraft ever wrote. It was literally a novel.
Yeah. Nice. But yeah, we can't always get what we want.
Unfortunately.
All right. Now on to our final question here. What are your personal plans for this channel?
Myself. Oh, it's a little interesting. A while ago, I kind of wanted to make a comic book, since I'm not that good with. I can write. I can make a story. But I can't write down proper actions without a picture. So I kind of went through the ideas of making a comic book. But I could never fit in a text box, enough of the text box, into a picture. Like a normal comic book would be, with the whole picture would be frames and stuff. So I kind of thought through my idea of how I could do this. So then I thought, why not voice act it? Make a video. Make each page a still frame. It's not an animation, but it's a still frame. You got your sound effects, you got your voice acting, you got your cool effects, like each page is different. Like somebody gets charged with a spear, and then next scene is blood splattering, then it shows that person being skewered through. It's a picture show, but you still get voice acting. Like it's like we're talking right here, except we're still frame.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's what I really want to do. And there's just like good 3 different stories that I really want to pull out. Wardlin and his Knights. Kind of a Fallout kind of a thing, like what they did with Fallout 3 in New Vegas, but I wanted to put it in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I think one other was Tales of Immortal.
Yeah.
Basically, what if immortals were real? Like, and walk the earth.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Like, how would they live?
Highlanders.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty burgeoning idea.
I know.
We'll have to see how that pans out.
And you guys are hopefully helping me with it.
Oh, yeah, of course. But,
how about you?
Well, we're looking into something special, actually. We're going to do, obviously, our generic videos, our Let's Play, that
stuff
kind
like
of stuff.
Kind of
We're doing a lot of video game coverage, that kind of thing. But we're looking into this thing called Legasos. which is going to be our own personal animation,
Mhm.
and it's going to be, the characters of League of Legends, and we're going to make them, I don't know, think of it as almost a sitcom, and we'll see how that pans out. So that's my own personal plan, and we're going to definitely all work on that.
Do they all like live in an apartment or
Yes.
something?
We'll see.
We'll get into the story later.
All right. Who are you?
Well, figured to help most people out with what they need, of course. It's my personality. Probably set a few fires on the way.
Our pyromaniac, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but honestly, I'm thinking of a couple ideas. I'm mostly comedy, mostly fun. Oh, that joy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking something like funny glitches, tips, and tricks, or something to that degree.
Help us all out with our videos.
Exactly.
Sounds like fun.
But I mean, I just had the idea. There's lots of video games out there. They all have their great coding.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then you find a funny glitch or exploit or
Like
something hilarious.
like
in Halo 2, how you could rocket snipe.
Sounds like a good plan. I can't wait to start seeing some of those.
Mhm.
And last but not least, what about you, KOTRK?
Well, I was recently drafted to do a little bit of the censorship that may or may not be necessary within the coming videos.
So you're gonna help us edit.
Basically, I'll be on the editing crew, but I'll also be doing the League episodes, and I'll be thoroughly enjoying that, I think.
Yeah.
Our camera crew, everybody.
All right. But yeah, that's just a little bit about us. We are the Knights of the Round Keyboard.
Don't
Signing
forget to like.
Oh yeah, don't forget to like, and if you want, subscribe. We'll be coming out with plenty of videos in the future.
Yeah, and don't forget to leave a comment in the description.